Hi, my name is GerGet'm, and I'm here again to talk to you about my TED.com analysis. Now, what is the world coming to? Are we really supposed to turn to television to teach our children? In today's times, it seems like that's the only way to go. As we look at Colin Stokes on TED.com, he brings things such as movies teaching children manhood to light. The first thing that catches my attention is the humor. He uses humor to connect with the audience. Stokes also uses his family as key examples in his speech. Now, both the humor and the personal reference are key examples of the punch elements. Now, when Stokes began talking, he's somewhat of a monotone talker, but what keeps the audience engaged is his storytelling ability that he displays as he takes his time to articulate his points throughout his presentation. Now, when I looked at Colin, he reminded me of a comedian. And what comedian is that, you say? Seinfeld. Yes, Seinfeld. He comes across in his delivery as somewhat of a comedian, and from the looks of the video, the audience really appreciates it. Now, Colin is very clever to imprint the information he is trying to get across. He uses classic movies such as The Wizard of Oz and Star Wars um, as a part of his star movement or moment, because these movies are usually movies that a person or they're a part of a person's upbringing, their childhood, which means in return it's something that's going to help with them remembering. They're less likely to forget, what's being said and what's being talked about. It's also very evident that Colin Stokes rehearsed his speech until he about mastered it. Now, from his time into his posture, he really stays in place and doesn't do much moving around, but does use his hands, as he makes many of his points. In my opinion, this presentation is really on point. One problem I have is anxiety when it comes to doing presentations. Something, especially like when there's boundaries and different times. Basically, just the boundaries, that they have set. They kind of make me kind of anxious to make sure I do things right. And from watching Colin Stokes, I noticed a great calmness as he presents his speech. I hope to be able to use some of the same attributes in my Ignite project that Colin Stokes used, because they seem to work for him very well. And one thing I know for sure is that I'm going to have to be well rehearsed, thus says the TED commandments. So thank you for your time.